Hello?
Hello? You look like shit.
Yeah, well,
You,
yeah.
yeah. Who did that to you?
They say I might never see properly again. And as to who did this to me, Jinx.
I don't know who that is.
Bounty hunter. Bounty hunter no longer. Blonde hair. Squirrely little voice. Used to be an outlaw.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Cucamonga's protege.
I think I saw her a long time ago with Lou, maybe.
You probably did.
And she was married to somebody that was gonna sell me lemons or something.
Opie.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I killed him.
Well, now where am I gonna get lemons?
Not from him. What are you doing here?
Right now I'm being pissed off that I don't have another person to buy me lemons. Or sell me lemons.
You got Braithwaite money, don't you? Can't you just go and find another supplier?
Yeah. I'd rather just do it myself. People are unreliable. Would you like to go somewhere else? Okay. Did you get a new horse?
This is Quinton, one of the first horses I rode. You see, the state, the government took my others.
Ah. That's unfortunate.
Where would you like to go?
Let's go see Sam.
You know the way.
I got a new horse. His name is Cheese.
I had powder. Government took powder from me, and powder had Zip's elephant rifle, and it had Isaac's gun, and it had Holly's gun. I lost them all.
You can get them back, can't you? How much do you have to pay?
You really think I'm gonna pay debt off for my crimes?
Well, no, but you might pay debt off to get your guns back. How much is it? It can't be that bad.
Do you really want to know my debt?
Yeah, I wouldn't ask if I didn't want to know. Maybe I'll buy the horse and I'll keep the thing.
My debts are at a price that can never be paid.
Oh,
There's no paying off, there's no recompense.
what
There
do you
just
mean?
isn't. It means if I'm to pay a cent towards any of those taxes, I'm contributing to the government, I'm giving them my money. I'm supporting the establishment, and I'll never do that, ever.
maybe I want to give him my money.
You want to pay off my debts?
I didn't say that. I wanted to know how much they were first.
I don't know.
But you're being obtuse and dramatic, as always.
Think it's sitting somewhere at 10,000 or 8,000. I don't fucking know. I thought it was
that's
higher.
Nothing. It's tempting. And buy your horse. I could lord it over you.
You could.
I'll keep that in mind.
I thought you'd left state.
I did. I did for a long time. I went to Mexico with Frank.
Wasn't nice.
It was a lot nicer than it is here.
Yeah.
I made Cheddar put a marker here because I couldn't remember the exact spot.
Was this you?
Of course, I come here often, whether you know it or not. Actually, I want a cigarette. Sitting, so I hope you don't mind.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I heard a lot has been going on.
I know you hear things. What have you heard?
I hear lots of things. I also see a man, which I'm very surprised to see out in the distance. Do you see that?
No.
Okay. He's to your right, and he's up on that cliff over there. The cliff above the water, there's a person.
I see a man on a horse down there. Or is that a wild horse? My eye might
No.
be deceiving me.
Oh, yeah, alright. There is a man running hazardly over there, far out in the distance.
Could be a hunter.
Take my word for it. He looks like a treasure hunter, if I'm being honest. Well, I heard that you put Zoe in a cage.
I did do that. What else have you heard?
I heard that California is back.
Despite my efforts to the contrary, yes.
I wish people who make a effort and such a big deal about leaving to save their lives and be happy would just stay gone.
Bad things happen to
Or
people
not.
who come back.
That's true. I wish they would never leave in the first place. Sam might still be alive. He'd be pissed off. Because I heard that Alice is back in the crossing again. But I won't go into that.
Remember
He'd be rolling.
Waggy? He was meant to stay gone, he came back, and what happened to him? They strung him by the neck, left him hanging by the gallows. I remember being in the crowd.
Yeah. I remember finding out about that in the most awful way. I found out because the ranchers were laughing in the street about it and celebrating.
Yeah.
I
I
wish
waited.
he'd stayed gone.
He came back to help me, you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Came back and then decided to help me and stay, dealing with ranchers, shooting down people, doing things that Waggy liked to do. He said, I'm gonna help you, Dazza. These people, they abducted so-and-so, they did this and that. They're fucking with people out west, and you're the only one doing something about it, so I'm gonna help you, Dazza. Fella dies 3 weeks later. And then there's Cheddar. About a month ago. Telegram me saying he needed my help for something. I wasn't around at the time, and the next day I find out. He went and turned himself in. With the hopes that he'd get a deal not to be hung and executed. But here's the thing. He very well may still be. He awaits the decision on whether he'll be executed or not. He's rotting in Sisika now.
Yeah, I know. I've been in contact with Cheddar for a while. I was before he left, and well, he was talking about turning himself in or going back home and going to Sisika first. I told him not to die, and then I got a telegram from him when I came back saying that he's in Sisika and he might die.
Ranchers are gone, out of state on other ventures. I did forget if I ended up telling you that I did get what I wanted for Zip.
Yeah, I remember. I shot Cucamonga. I think you'd be surprised to know that I have also shot Cucamonga.
What was your reason?
A misfire, but he almost died.
I'm assuming you've heard the news that's been tearing the crossing.
Which news?
Some badges have been turned in.
Of course, yeah, I've heard that. And Frank also has retired.
Why?
I think it's been so long now, and he's done so much. After our long vacation in Mexico, we talked about it, and we decided, it's time to just settle down and live and enjoy life, not have to worry about the badge or me having to worry about anything, who I'm talking to, just less worry, less stress.
Seems to be a trend nowadays. Domino effect.
Yeah. I don't imagine any of us, or at least them, will get shot any less. I mean, is that it?
No, I think you're right. I think there was a chain attached to some people and now the key has been put in the lock. Clink. Off the cufflink.
Who are you referring to? You think me? You think I'm let off a leash now?
No, you've never been on one.
No,
What
I
I'm
haven't.
what I'm telling you is that the badge is a chain.
And you think... Wait, you think... Now that the chain is off, you're gonna see the real Zoe, and she's gonna come riding for you? Is that what you think?
No, not at all. I don't think Zoe's gonna be doing anything to me. Because I've seen the real Zoe. I know the real Zoe. Zoe doesn't repress herself. What you see is what you get with that one. And that will never change.
Well,
It's,
we're narrowing down our list here. Frank's not gonna come off a leash and come hunting you down. As much as maybe he's thought about it. Lord knows you deserve it.
why do you entertain these conversations? Why are you here?
A multitude of reasons, I suppose.
What you said is correct, I deserve it, so if I deserve it, after everything I've done to your friends, why do you sit here next to me?
A multitude of reasons. You believe at some point deep down that I'm the reason Isaac's dead. Why do you sit here next to me?
Multitude of reasons.
There was a time when you were in Sisika and you were completely unconscious for I don't know how long. However long I was in Sisika and longer even. And I did everything I could to make sure you were comfortable and alive. Maybe it's a habit.
Old habits die hard. Same day as the day we were all fighting against waves of law in Braithwaite Manor and you saw what Rabbit did to me in the cell. How I came out.
I saw that and I saw everything in between. I saw you in Sisika. I saw you unconscious. I saw you in solitary.
You were told that I put them in the cage, but were you told why I did that?
It is a funny thing because like many other violent stories, it all has to do something with the gun.
It's more than just that. You know me, when someone asks for my help, I never turn a brother away, and someone asked me for my help. The gun itself was fucking meaningless to me. It meant nothing. What meant something to me was getting that gun back for someone I cared about, who was asking for my help. And when someone asks for my help who's a brother to me, I don't turn them away. And so I made a promise.
I know.
And I kept it.
I know.
But the cage didn't have to happen. Because what you might not know is I gave so many chances before that. We found them, we asked for conversations. They refused them. I had to take them by force and take them out to tall trees, and I even had them there and I said, I have things to trade. It's not like I'm asking for something for nothing in return. I will give you things in return for this gun. Let's do this amicably. Let's try it a different way. Let's try. But what did I get in return? The olive branch that I constantly extended got slapped away to the wayside. And I was insulted. The offer that I got back was insulting. St. John, I was told, could be reasonable. But you want to know how he approached it? You want to know what he said to me, Serafina?
I can imagine.
I'll tell you what he fucking said. His two deals were, number one, Alice turns herself in for the gun. You turn your family over and I'll give you the gun. And option two, it was frankly insulting to think that I would. It was proof that he didn't fucking know a thing about me.
doesn't know a thing about you. I can't comment on the violence because at the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody hurt.
I gave him chance after chance, and his retort to me was he told someone to tell me that he would bury me and all my friends next to the quills on Quill Hill, next to Isaac, next to Jonesy, next to Rowan. His response to my olive branch was to tell me he would bury me next to my brothers on the graves, and to talk about those graves like he knows anything about them. He did the two worst fucking things anyone could ever do to me, or say to me when trying to negotiate. Who does he fucking think he is? What kind of idiot do you have to be to come up to me and tell me to hand Alice over for a gun and that you'll bury me next to the quills in Quill Hill? Who in their right mind would say that to me and expect nothing to happen?
One thing that you might be surprised about is I don't completely disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. In fact, although I would have turned Alice over for the gun, but that's just me. That's not you, that's just me. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Girls and their girl troubles.
But I will tell you that a couple months ago, I received a telegram from Indy. And over the last couple of years, I think ever since Isaac's funeral, there's a moment, I don't know what exactly happened, but Indy happened vanished from the funeral. Do you remember?
Yeah.
When I left that day, I think I left early, I noticed Indy alone up at Jonesy's spot. And I had never really spoken to Indy before that. And I felt bad because Indy couldn't be there. So I rode down and I went up to Jonesy's spot. And I found Indy there in tears. And they were just heartbroken. And I sat him down. We had a talk, and I ended up giving Indy a gun of Isaac's. I had so many that I needed to give out, and I thought this was the right moment to give a gun to somebody that Isaac cared about. And ever since then, you know, I started to care for Indy, you know. I bump into them once in a while. I would stop and have a chat, and I started to form a friendship with them as much as I could. You know, within reason, within my, well, you know how I can't be too close to anybody who's wanted. And one day I found Indy out in the desert at Benedict Point, me and Frank did, and they were distraught again. And they were looking for advice. And I gave him advice, and that advice led him to California and led him to, you know, leaving. And I've received so many telegrams since then inviting me to come visit and telling me about their life. But I received one a couple months back telling me about the things St. John did with that gun. And I know that I haven't been a criminal for a long time. But if I'm being honest, what I saw there was somebody who was just hurting Indy for the sake of hurting Indy and for the sake of trying to get at California, who I don't think gives a shit about anything, if I'm being honest. California didn't care about that gun. Dropping it in the water in front of Indy did nothing but be cruel to Indy. As someone who is not outright overly violent, as far as I know that, you know, what they get up to, but they're not overly violent. And it was just cruel. And I confronted St. John. I told him I didn't like that. I told him it was wrong. If it was up to me, he would have just gave the gun back. A long time ago, months ago. All I saw there from him was just, and I'm gonna sound so cliche, and don't tell anybody else I said this, because it's embarrassing. I didn't see anything there in him but just a schemer. Someone who's just scheming to hurt people. Not physically. Because
Serafina calling St. John a schemer. Serafina
cruelty,
calling St. John a schemer.
Unnecessary cruelty from a lawman isn't right. And it's just gonna get him killed. It's gonna get Zoe killed. So, I agree with you. I don't agree with your methods. I want to be clear on that, but I agree with what you're saying.
I could have shot them both. I could have killed them both on that hill. Yet again, I show restraint. Like the countless times I showed restraint before them, with every request that I gave, with every olive branch I extended, with every talk that I tried to had. I pointed. Oh, I didn't do anything. I had others point the guns. I said, pick up your gun and shoot your wife, put 6 in her. Your choice is either you put 6 in her, or the 5 people behind you put 6 bullets in her, so it's either 6 from your gun or 30 from the ones behind you. You pick. And he fell to his knees and he started crying. Looked like he was about to throw up. And at that point, Serafina, I will be honest with you, I was so angry at being fucked around, at being played games with like some chessboard on a chess piece. People don't play games with me. I'm not a fan of games. And if St. John wants to continue to play games, then he'll figure out what happens when he tries to play with me. As he did on that hill. I almost gave the order to fucking have her shot. But I thought I would keep my promise to Indy. Because what meant more to me was keeping my promise to my brother. instead of punishing Zoe for St. John's stupidity. So I said, "Alright, take me to the gun," after he gave in and said, "You can have the gun, you can have the gun, please don't do it, please, 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 Dazza." Yet again I show restraint. We get taken to Armadillo and he gives me the gun. It only took the threat on Zoe's life to make that happen. And everything before that. But you see, that's not enough. Everything that happened on that hill, regardless of my restraint, is not fucking enough, Serafina. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because even now, I hear that when he talks about the West, in recent conversations, the word war is coming up in his mouth. You know that, huh?
I talked to him the other day. He didn't say anything like that.
Yeah, I imagine so. War has been coming out of his mouth, Serafina. He's putting the West and war in the same sentence.
He doesn't know anything about war. He hasn't been to war. He might feel like it, but he hasn't been. And he doesn't have anybody behind him, so I don't know why he would say that.
Like I said, when people repress themselves, when pushed, they could do anything. Just like Jinx. Jinx claimed she was better. Jinx claimed she was reformed. She was a bounty hunter. Cucamonga's protege. The next in line to take the mantle. But Jinx and I had an extensive history, you see. People on my end were hurt, people on her end were hurt. And around in circles we went. And when she came for me with her bounty hunter friends, the first time her and I got into a shootout, I shot her down and shot out her eye. Told her that she didn't have enough hate in her heart. And that because she wasn't fighting like it. And only then would she be able to come to me with a gun in her hand, properly. Because the only way to win a fight with me is to fight with all the vitriol you have. And so many shootouts passed, and one time, yeah, she found me out west. And a lot like myself put on a mask. A black mask that she used to wear with a fella named Ernie in her outlaw days. And said that every time she talks to me, I only make them louder. The things gnawing at the back of her skull, reaching her ears. I made them louder. She pulled out a gun, we started shooting at each other. She shot me down, pointed a gun to my head, and then got the edge of her boot and stomped my head in. Crushed my skull. That's why I have these bandages. My vision is lost. They tell me I may never see properly again. But I stand here, a bandaged man, Serafina, but also a man that was proven right. She was no different from me in the end. Everyone represses themselves.
I can't disagree with you. I sit here and I'd lie to you if I said I didn't have a little list in my head of people that I think deserve to be shot. You're on the list.
I imagine so.
I think you're at the top of the list.
Well, I'm right here.
I know, I could just push you off the cliff, no one would know.
I wouldn't stop you.
Well, Sam would know. I know you wouldn't. The
All
difference between me, Miss Jinx, and me and St. John, and me and countless others who have reformed, is because I'm very patient. I have a lot to lose. I'm not willing to lose it. I secretly hope that people who are angry with me will pull a gun so I can pull a gun back, so I can shoot them. It's happened a few times, it's felt good, I'm not gonna lie. But St. John and this Jinx are very short-sighted. They think very short term. You asked why I keep entertaining these conversations. Maybe it's an old habit. Maybe a part of me still cares about you. Maybe it's for my own amusement. Because you're still alive. And you're here telling me you're not gonna stop me if I try to do something. If I try to push you off a cliff, you won't stop me. It's because it's exactly what you want. And I'm satisfied. Because I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm satisfied to let you sit there. Miserable.
So
Because I'm thinking long term.
you admit that you see it too then? And what I mean by that is you admit that you see the same thing I do, and that is the fact that Jinx and St. John are no different.
If I hadn't seen St. John act so cruelly towards Indy,
You know,
I might disagree with you.
you know, Seraphina, you're not blind like the others. You're not blind like Zoe, you're not blind like Huxley, you're not blind like so many others in that circle. Because unlike them, you were an outlaw. And you know damn well when someone has a fire in their eye, they won't stop. You've seen it. You can admit what they can't. St. John is repressing that urge the same way Jinx was. At least you can admit it.
No. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've heard it. Even so much as the other day.
So, let me ask you this, if a man like that cared so much about Zoe, wouldn't he put aside his ego, accept what happened on that hill, and not use the words war and West in the same sentence?
I would hope so. But I also know you. You're gonna keep poking. You're gonna keep poking and pushing him until
I have
he
not done a
breaks.
thing. I got what I wanted on the hill.
You'd like to.
My priority is the West, Serafina. My problem is not with St. John until he starts using war and West in the same sentence. You have to know this.
I mean, let him say what he wants. What is he gonna do? Alone, he's harmless.
Right, is that what you believe, or is that what you want to believe? That he's just some alone, harmless, innocent guy?
I didn't use the word innocent.
You implied it.
There are certain things that I think that St. John, I mean, just the other day I pulled him off somebody. There was a lot going on in the moment. I don't know what it was about. Been away for a long time.
He is talking to Jinx. The girl who tried to murder me countless times, the girl who took my vision, the girl who said she'd do nothing and she would not stop until I was dead. I thought that her taking in my bounty would be the end of it, but it will not stop until I'm dead. And he has been talking to her. You know how I know that?
How?
Because I got a telegram the day after what happened on that hill from Jinx saying she's not going to let me torment other people the way and break people the way I broke her, and I'm on my quote-unquote last warning. So I know he's been talking to her.
I don't know who the hell she thinks she is. But okay.
So Zoe drops the badge, he drops the badge, Cliff drops the badge, Sax drops the badge. Jinx is now talking to him. The word war is coming out of his mouth. What am I to think? Serafina?
I think you should think that St. John and one other person are really pissed off at you. I don't know about Cliff. I mean,
Old cunt hates me.
I don't think he likes anybody.
Yeah, but Sophie and I used to give him a hard time back when I was a kid. He was old when I was a kid, always chasing me around with Maple.
Oh. I always forget you're friends with that lady. She doesn't like me.
Which lady? Sophie?
Yeah.
I have a knife on my belt. Got a telegram because I was on the next of kin, then they didn't get a response from her, so I have it on my hip. Another relic from a friend that I don't see. At least that one isn't dead.
Speaking of relics,
Isaac.
still have a few. I still have a few of those lying around.
He had a way with words, better at naming guns than I was.
Yeah, well, it turns out I name all my guns with my name in them in some way. It turns out he had one. I made one and he made one. And I don't know. It just happened to have the same name. Just happened to be carrying these things around. Maybe I was feeling sentimental.
I miss him.
Yeah, sometimes I miss him too. I think he was trying to be nasty with that telegram, but it's actually a nice one. So I kept it.
You have a cigarette by any chance?
Sure. Dougie gave them to me. I don't know if Dougie's alive, by the way.
Dirty Dougie?
Yeah.
I saw him a couple of weeks back. He's fine.
No, he's not. Can I have my telegram back?
What do you mean, no, he's not?
Well, I don't know if he's fine. He kidnapped me yesterday.
Why?
I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was trying to surprise Zoe, me and Frank, and I surprised her in the middle of her being kidnapped, so I also got kidnapped for a bank robbery. A real big one, in Saint Denis. And Dougie was there, and Jaden was there, Ollie was there, some French guy was there, somebody named Sparrow. It was in the city. I don't know how many law were there, but I imagine the law didn't just let them leave. In fact, I know that because I heard the gunfire, so I don't know if Dougie's alive or not. But he told me I could have his horse if he died, so I love that horse.
What do you plan to do with yourself now?
Amass great wealth. That's what I plan on doing. I've already done that.
Heard you're moving into Tumbleweed.
Oh, did you hear that from Growler?
I think so.
Yeah, I told him that I was going to be staying in Tumbleweed. I have an apartment in Armadillo. I'm thinking about moving it to Tumbleweed.
So,
It reminds me of Sam.
last time I was here properly, I pistol whipped someone. Their eye popped out.
Who? You don't have to
Suppose
worry about me telling Frank anything anymore.
it was Winnie.
Why would you go and do that to Winnie?
For talking to law.
Winnie did that?
Yep.
Don't let Sam hear that.
Sorry, Sam.
He would be very disappointed. I don't know what I plan to do with myself.
Not gonna join a banner, ride out. War.
I've been through a war.
Serafina, he's going to get so many people fucking killed. He's gonna get your friends killed. You need to do something about it. I'm just saying. If he dares to ride out on this place, I will have to crush him, and I'll have to crush anyone that rides with him.
I have a question.
Sure.
Since when do you threaten to hurt loved ones to hurt somebody else?
Loved ones. You mean Zoe?
Yeah.
Zoe was just as involved as St. John. It wasn't like she was an innocent party. She was in his ear telling him not to give back the gun just the same. I know it. I know her history. I know what her brother did too. Same thing her brother did to Zip. Kept the gun, filled it with molten lead, gave it back as a paperweight. It wasn't threatening a loved one as far as I'm concerned. It was threatening two people who had done me wrong, who had aggravated me, who kept pushing me.
Trust me, I'm trying to talk sense into St. John. Like I said, I had to pull him off somebody the other day. Between me and you, I'm sure that certain someone will tell you anyway. As far as I'm concerned, that man owes me a life debt. I saved his life.
Yeah, well, maybe you can save his life again. You have sway, don't you?
I mean the man. I mean the man that I... St. John was... Listen, I walked in... I thought it was you, if I'm being honest. I thought it was St. John on top of you.
Oh, and you came to rescue me, huh? My guardian angel in red.
Well, it was a high, intense moment. We were about to be kidnapped, you know. I reacted. It turned out to be Growler. I'm trying to talk to him.
Me?
But he's got people poking at him from all angles.
Oh yeah, I know. The one man, there is one man that he hates more than anyone else. One person. And it goes back further than me, further than anyone else. The cracks are starting to show. I don't know if you live in this... No, you're smarter than that. You don't live in a false reality, but I think the others do. The others want to believe that St. John isn't who he is. You're smart enough to know the facts, you're smart enough to know what's right in front of you, but the others, they don't want to believe it. And they're gonna keep pretending not to believe it, keep pretending that and hoping it all goes away, and he's gonna get worse and worse until one day, you know what's coming. What happened on that hill by Jonesy, by Rowan? I don't think it was any coincidence they dropped the badges a day or two after.
I know how this goes. I remember war with the bastards. I remember war with Preacher. I remember almost dying. And I didn't even... I just got caught up in it. I just got thrown into it. Didn't know anything about anything then. So, believe me, I'm trying to talk to him.
You're
I don't
trying.
want anybody to get hurt.
You're not back home on the streets and in the bushlands. We'd have these stray dogs we used to feed, but there was some wild bush turkeys used to come around, start pecking on things, you know, we'd feed them too. We'd feed the dogs at the same time. Sometimes the bush turkeys would wander into the yards and the streets. And the bush turkeys, they were stubborn, you see, they saw the dogs and they'd still keep pecking around and they'd run off, the dogs would chase them out. But this is when I was very small, but one day the bush turkey didn't really make it out of the grass and up into the trees. One of the street dogs caught it and started shaking it in its mouth. And you know, I was young at the time and it was watching an animal die. Fucking bush turkey was squawking and flapping around and the dog had it in its mouth and bush turkey went silent. And I thought, you know, that dog was friendly before then. That dog, I was patting it, I was feeding it, it was friendly to me. Why, if that dog could do that to that bush turkey, couldn't it just do it to me? But that's the thing, right? I made the mistake thinking that dog was domesticated, that dog was friendly, but when that dog saw prey, it ran towards it and it went for the kill straight away. The nature of the beast took over. And I've come to realize over the years that what is inside that stray dog, well, you know what I'm getting at. Everyone has it. That primal instinct, that animal instinct. It just takes you over and you can't control it. You get so angry, your veins pumping with adrenaline and your mind's racing and you see nothing but red. St. John is that dog and it's just a matter of time before he finds that bush turkey. Some prey. Because a man like that can't live without prey.
What if the dog was just hungry and didn't want to share the food? And he did it just to survive.
What if the dog did it because it just felt good? Yes, he was hungry, but the thrill of the chase, there was nothing else like it.
So you think St. John is friends with this Jinx?
Why don't you ask him about it the next time you see him and see what answer he gives you and then tell me if I'm wrong? You
Yeah,
tell me
okay.
if I'm wrong, Serafina. And let's see if he is truthful to you. Because no matter what, you know I'll always be truthful. What you see is what you get with me. I don't scheme, I don't play games. St. John has openly told me he enjoys the game, he enjoys playing games like they're pieces on a chessboard. Me, I never was a fan of chessboards. In fact, I'm more inclined to knock it off the table. The whole thing. Let those chess pieces fly on the ground.
Yeah. I don't like it either. I don't like, I like being straightforward.
So,
I mean,
let's make a bet then.
cheddar. I'm fine.
Ask him about him talking about warring on the West. Ask him about those other things. About talking to Jinx. See if he's honest with you. See if he trusts you with his thoughts. Or does he repress yet again? Does he bottle? Does he hide? Because I think what you walked in on, Serafina, when he was on top of Growler, as you said, no one else was around. He thought no one was watching him. And look what he did. That was when he thought no one was around. Zoe, no you, no one. No Sax. If that is how he acts when he's alone, who's to say what else he does? If he thinks no one is watching.
I'll see what he says. I don't like the idea of him. I mean, he's just gonna get himself and Zoe hurt. I know that.
You were going to say something about Cheddar.
Oh, I was gonna say something about Cheddar. I think it was just, everything that I've learned and everything that I kind of go by is everything that Cheddar taught me. And, I don't like the secrets and scheming and playing games either. I don't like any of that. I told him that he would have been better off just telling Indy, no, fuck you, you're not getting the gun. That would have been better.
I never believed that people could change. I never believed people were capable of that sort of awakening. I thought a leopard never changes spots. Zoe's always been the same since the day I met her. Same with Huxley. Same with everyone else. There is only one person I know in this crossing that has successfully changed and left their past behind them and not done anything to destabilize what they have now. There's only one person that's proved me wrong. Wasn't Jinx. Just like the others, she fell. She fell hard. She told everyone around her, same way St. John tells everyone around him he's better, he's working on it, he's feeling good, he's changing, he's keeping his shit together, it's gonna be all okay. I'm gonna be okay. Zoe, Sarah. But they're not, they never will be. They're not capable of changing that urge, that nature of the beast, that distinct urge to just fucking unleash and not stop until all your foes are in the ground bleeding, to feel that moment of satisfaction. Because as much as they claim to be different, as much as they claim that they're on a better path, sometimes all it takes is a few nudges and then they're back to square one. You know who the one person is that's proven me wrong, that hasn't wavered? No matter how hard they're pushed.
Who?
It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
No matter how hard I try.
I'm not satisfied by a small moment of satisfaction. Momentary victory. There's a lot of reasons. Like I said, I have a list of people that deserve a bullet. I have a lot to lose, and I lost a lot to gain that. As much as you might blame me, or anybody else might blame me, nobody blames me, Isaac's death, more on myself than I do. What would be the point? I went through all of that to find someone that makes me happy. Not that Isaac didn't, because I did. As much as nobody might believe me, I loved Isaac. I did. I loved my time with him. I loved him. I blame myself for his death. I lost him. I lost all my friends. I lost everybody that I cared about because I made a decision for myself. And I gained somebody that is just my world. Why would I go through all of that for a moment of satisfaction? It wouldn't make any sense.
People can change, Serafina, but that doesn't mean everyone will take that leap, not like you. And the point I am making is it is a mistake for you to think that others are like you and can change.
I tried to help people once, did you know that? I tried to help them change and give them support, and they both died. And so I stopped that. before Mills left, he came and visited me. And I don't know if you know this, but Mills came and visited me often. He cared about me because I am the daughter of somebody that he cared a lot about.
I know who you are.
And I've come to realize how true that is. And I realized how much me and Edwin are just the same in these last couple of years. Except the difference is I have a lot more patience. I'm not spontaneously violent, even though I'd like to be. Sometimes.
You've had every reason to turn. You were an outlaw, and you have that spark in your blood. You have that insanity in your blood, because let's be honest, the Braithwaites are fucking insane. It's in your blood, it's stirring in there within you, and yet you've pushed it back all the same. You've had more reason than anyone.
I don't think so. I mean, I know so, but I don't think so. I think I'm just as bad. I've thought about pushing you so many times in this conversation.
So why haven't you?
I've thought about your head splitting open just down there on the rocks. I thought about your mangled body at the bottom of this cliff.
You know why that
I
is?
get more satisfied. Why? Why do you think that is?
Because this is the very fucked up dynamic we have.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It isn't right. Something about it, it's very fucked up. I can say that right now.
Yeah. I don't want you to die. And don't. I would be really pissed off if you died. Because I know one day things are going to get so bad. And they're already starting, I can see it. I heard you've been talking to Zip. One day, things are going to get so bad. You'll find me. And you'll ask me, you'll ask me to fulfill a promise that Isaac made to you a long time ago. In solitary. I remember that very well. I've thought about pushing you off this cliff so many times in this conversation, but I'm more satisfied that you're here standing next to me. Because I know one day, when Zip talks a little bit too much, whoever else is in there talking a little bit too much, you'll come to me, and you'll ask me, just like you asked Isaac, to make it stop. I don't like my satisfaction to be momentary. I like it to last. And I hope you last a really long time.
Yet here you are, for the reasons you just said, no doubt. But maybe think why you're sitting here next to me instead of St. John. Because you know whatever I say is genuine, you know whatever I say is not part of some plan on a chessboard. Can you say the same for St. John?
Daza, I'm sitting here because I'm visiting Sam's grave. And nothing more than that.
Would be easy, wouldn't it?
It would be. But I think the last couple days, this feeling of vindication and you being right, I think you've had enough of that. I'm not going to give you any more.
Keep Sarah safe.
I don't want your vindication, I don't want your validation, Seraphina, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to simply tell you what you already know, and that is that your friends are not who they say they are. And that your friends are going to get more people killed. That is why I'm here. Nothing else.
Is that why you're talking to me?
I'm letting you know that something big is coming. That's what I've been told. I don't know if it's next week, next month, a couple of months, but something is coming for the West. A tidal
Something's
wave.
always coming for the West.
Not even just for the West. I think this is gonna send ripples throughout the entire crossing. I can feel it stirring. In the air. In the wind. The tides are about to change again.
And what are you hoping for out of this?
I think
I
I
have a
dreamed.
question.
Go ahead.
No, tell me about your dream.
Dreamed about Zip and Isaac. Fell asleep by
What
the
a
graves.
nightmare.
No, it was half a nightmare. The Zip was standing in front of me. Told me that I had a choice I had to make. And that choice was, do I keep sitting on the fence with 1/2 foot in, 1/2 foot out, dabbling on what I want to do? Or do I finally take the leap and take charge? And he said it's time to wake the fuck up, and then he pistol whipped me. Felt so real, felt the pain of it even when I woke up. Like his ghost had actually done it.
It is a nightmare. There's not many people left to lead.
Yeah. A lot of new young up and comings, but they need work. Lots of work. That's my goal. There's your question answered.
I see. Another question.
Sure.
What happens if you ride up to us one day and we're all in the group and you're in your group and guns get pulled? Are you gonna shoot me? Because I don't think you will. Say it's like a really awkward situation to be in. Do you think I would shoot you?
In a heartbeat.
Have you not been listening to me?
What if
I want
wanted
you to
believe?
get old.
What if I wanted to believe you would shoot me if given the chance?
If that would make you feel better. I want you to get old. Older than Cliff. I want you to get ancient. Sitting on a porch somewhere. A nice, long life. That's what I want for you, Deza.
I think you're also here to find out information.
No.
To see how far I'll go, the extent of what's gonna happen. You can be honest with me.
No. I already have a good idea of... Well, I know you pretty well. I don't even have to talk to you to know
why ask me a question
your intentions.
why ask me a question you already know the answer to then? You want to hear it from my mouth? Is that what you want?
Just curious.
You want to hear me say it?
Yeah.
I told you already. I've told you this at Braithwaite Manor. I made a promise. And I keep my promises. We come across each
What
other in
an
the field.
awkward- Yeah.
I suppose I'd have to hope you'd have the good judgment to step away. Leave the area.
Oh. You declaring martial law on me? Telling me I need to leave the area?
You don't want to get into shootouts, do you? As that's not why you're back?
I'm not gonna let you shoot Frank. I'm not gonna just let you shoot Zoe.
Won't have to come to that if you... I'm not looking for no one.
Oh, good. I don't think anybody's looking for you either.
Won't have to come to that if St. John knows what's good for him.
I will talk to St. John. Hopefully he realizes that he has a lot more to risk. He has a lot at stake, and he has a lot to lose, just like I do. And like I said, I have a personal investment in seeing that you have a long, healthy, well, as healthy as it can be, life.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess
Like
we'll
I
see.
said, maybe it's because I care.
Yeah, care about seeing me dead, I'm sure.
I don't care about seeing you dead.
Old, I mean. Old.
Old.
Old,
Yeah.
dead, same
As long as you're
thing.
still,
Old and dead are
as
the
long
same
as you're
thing to
still
me.
breathing.
Old and dead are the same thing, Serafina. Sitting on a porch, losing control of your functions, shaking, bones rattling, you might as well be dead.
It's painted a happy picture in my head. Thank you.
Glad I could make you happy.
That's why I come to have these conversations. Sorry they're not in the manor anymore.
I liked the manor,
I know
I missed
that's-
the manor.
I know it's a comfort and place for you.
I think that regardless of how much pain is going to be going around, how much pain you think I'm going to be going through, I don't think you're quite through with yours yet. Because like I said, you're going to come to realise that maybe the people who are close to you aren't who you really think they are. That is if you do care about who I think you might care about. Maybe you don't.
That's a mystery, isn't it?
Yes.
I have a very long list of people who I think deserve to be shot. But I have a very short list of people that I actually truly care about. My
Yeah.
favorite person is obviously Frank. That's
No
a
shit.
given. My second favorite person is in the rocks below us.
Yeah, well. Your wish is to see me grow old, maybe. Who's to say you won't get that wish? Who's to say Jinx or St. John won't let you get that wish? Not just you that hates me. Sometimes we don't get what we want, Seraphina.
I always get what I want, Deza. Because I'm spoiled. And I will not settle for anything less.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm going to bed.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Dude, guys, did you notice that? Did you notice that, guys? When Dazza said that St. John or Jinx will stop you from getting your wish, her face changed. That's an important detail. That's very interesting. She does... Okay. Interesting. Hope you're resting well wherever you are, Sam. Hope you're happy that both of us are still alive, I guess. Sure, we'll talk soon. NASCAR, you just missed the Serafina and Dazza scene. It just ended. It was really good. Let's shout out Tank Girl. Very, very complicated, fucked up dynamic there. It was bittersweet. Sarah and Daz's scenes are usually them reminiscing about the past and then reminiscing about how she despises him and reminiscing about the good times. They're very confusing, bittersweet scenes. But we got a lot of interesting things out of that. Rod. Oh my god, it's fucking Rod. Who the fuck is that? Howdy there, traveler.
Howdy?
That's a big bag you got there.
Yes, it is.
You live around here? I don't think I've seen you around here before.
I wouldn't say live, more like on a journey. You know?
What kind of journey?
Anywhere, everywhere, as long as the stores are good. That kind of is the point of a journey, I think. Maybe. Something else.
Does a man with a journey have a name?
John, nice to meet you.
Name's Dazza.
That is an interesting name.
Yeah,
I
I've
can
been
tell
told.
you got plenty of stories. I'm sorry, I can't help but notice. Yep, should I move to your other side?
If you'd prefer.
Oh, I mean, if you prefer, because I don't know if you can see me too well on this side.
I could just do this.
Oh, right, you can turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I have stories, but a lot of those stories aren't really... Well, they're not for everyone.
I mean, that's true for a lot of stories. Some stories are for some folk, other stories are for other folk. Then you got the stories in between those that is passed down from folk to folk to folk till it reaches one folk, then it goes to another folk.
I see. So what story are you trying to find?
Oh, not my story. anybody's story. I love stories. Stories are the best thing that could happen to somebody in this world.
I see. Is that what you do for a living? You a story taker? You in deep in the books, tales of old
Oh no,
times.
I don't know how to read. I listen and read are separate storytelling. If you read something, it's permanent. If you listen, you need to remember it. So, listening to somebody and then passing on the story keeps their story alive in more ways sometimes paper can.
You know what story I'm interested to hear right now?
Yes, sir.
The story of someone who became interested about other people's stories.
I've told that before, yes.
Is it a story you tell to strangers like me?
Oh, my story?
The story of someone who became interested in hearing other people's stories. I think that would be your story, since that's what you've presented to me so far.
You're right on that, and I present myself with a conundrum then.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know my story.
You don't know your story.
No, sir. Well, I mean, I know I'm from Florida. Came here to Saints Crossing because I heard it's a place for people to become who they want to be. And that's about it. I haven't met many people, though, because, unfortunately, I'm a real heavy sleeper.
I see. Yeah, well, the types of stories you'll hear around here are probably different from how you would out east. The west is a different place.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, to say the least. I mean, what's your story then, Mr. Dyson? You seem real interesting. If you like, you can join me on my walk. I'm heading towards northeast right now because I heard there's pretty sights up that way.
Sure.
Can you hear me all right, by the way? I'm a bit of a mumbler, so sometimes people don't really hear me
Oh,
too
I can
well.
hear you.
Oh, that's good. So, what's your horse's name there?
This is Quentin, one of the first horses I got in the crossing.
Quentin. Ah, that's a nice name. Quentin. Quentin deserves some type of fable about them, maybe. Maybe a steed born from... Oh, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Quentin, a steed born from blue mist, surrounding a... What's your favorite type of shelter?
Shelter.
Like a tent or a house or a barn or a train car
A fort.
that's like thrown. A fort. Ooh, okay. Quentin, a horse born from blue mist surrounding a fort. One day, a young man, Daza, wandered out into these blue mists. And upon entering those blue mists, he was surrounded by... What's your favorite animal? Oh,
Tiger.
Northwest. That's Northwest. This is Northwest. Say the animal one more time.
A tiger.
Tiger. Okay. So, Quentin, a horse born from blue mist. Daza, a young man living in a fort, goes out and ventures into these blue mists. And surrounded him are the crowds of tigers, but no attacks. So, Quentin, Daza investigates further until he hears something odd through those crowds. rumbles and oh wait no what do you call it when the horses walk beside you?
Trot.
Yes, a horse's trot. Coming up next one. Through the blue mist they see a silver coat, black coat. Hello. Alright, Blue Mist does investigates, goes out from the fort he lives in. Let's see. Here's the growls of tigers and the trots of hooves. And so then Quentin, with silver, would you call that silver? Silver polka dots, silver stripes. Kind of looks like a mesh of both.
Sure.
An ethereal silver coat. Yeah. Silver coat that gleams through the blue mist. And so, Quentin arrives before him. Daza saddles up, rides out the blue mist. Not a changed man, but a man now on a different path. Paths. That's funny.
They are. They don't really lead you to your end destination. Sometimes they lead you somewhere different.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got a straight path, a narrow path, a long path, a wide path, plenty of paths. Pathways to hell, pathways to heaven, pathways to Valhalla, pathways to the Elysium fields. A lot of different places. What do you believe in?
What do I believe in, huh?
Yeah. I mean, say you come across a crossroads. I mean, you've done it plenty of times before. But this crossroads feels different. This crossroad feels heavier. Blue mist on one side and just darkness on the other.
I'll
Do
tell you
wanna
what I
go
believe.
familiar or...
What are you walking on right now?
My feet.
What's beneath your feet?
Solid ground, earth, dirt, rocks.
And where does that earth and rocks reside? Where in the crossing do we reside right now?
The west, as you said, right?
There's your answer.
So your path ends in the west?
Yes. Well, if you want to get specific, my path first started when I got here on a boat. My path didn't begin here. But it very well may end here.
Well, there's a difference between a prologue and the first chapter.
Suppose so.
There's always a setup. There's always something somebody gots to do in order to move things along. How you do those things is up to you. Ain't nobody's of my own, destiny or fate to decide others. But listening to those stories and fates and destinies makes it all worthwhile. Paths or stories, how we walk along on my stories. I can kick a pebble, it can go flying, hit somebody in the head, and that's a story right there.
You said that
West
you...
does seem a little bit... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
The West just seems a little bit... How do I say this? Unique. I've seen a lot of West directionally, I mean. but this west feels like it's dark. It's quiet most nights, loud other nights.
Wicked.
So, I guess
We just had a scene with
Yeah.
Serafina, man. You missed the scene with
back then it's dark
Serafina.
in the west, but you end up here anyways. I guess
It was
it's
really
right
good,
in here.
man.
That seems. Yeah, sorry, sir. Heat rash. It's getting colder though. Oh, wait, it's getting colder. Right. But then, sorry about that. I just know that when it gets dark like this, better chance of rain.
As I said, path didn't start here, but it very well may end here. Been living out here for a long time. Has your path
Have you
just
lived
started?
anywhere else? Kinda. I've been here and there, kind of just keeping around and exploring out here for, I say, a couple months now. I've been mostly keeping to myself till I could figure out and adjust myself before moving on to the next place. Found out you can't get any firewood out here, so traveled between an old cottage I found and between the mine to hunt and cook some food.
Yeah. Have I lived anywhere else before here? Yes, I'm from Australia.
Ah, so that's that accent.
Yeah.
What's it like over in Australia, or is it not something you like talking about?
What's it like? I'd say it's a lot like this,
Yeah.
only hotter.
I can't imagine. It gets pretty wet hot down in where I think I'm from. And again, wet hot doesn't really begin to describe it. Humidity. Is that a word? That's a word, right? Yes? No? Maybe so? I don't know. It just gets wet hot. Oh, and then the gators. Ugh.
My path led me
Wait,
on
are
a
there
boat.
gators?
There's crocodiles, which are like gators.
Oh, crocodiles. They sound just as scary, not gonna lie. So your path began on a boat?
On a boat, docking to the crossing. And then where my path continued to extend was, well, met people that helped me, made some friends, made some family even. You see, a lot of what sets your path around these parts is what you believe in, your convictions. Your convictions define your path, at least they define mine. the company you keep, the people you surround yourself with, the choices you make. We are a sum total of every choice we've ever made, and that's what defines our path. So that's why you see me here.
Riding round on Quentin right there.
Just visited a grave, actually.
Ah. Did you listen to him?
A little.
What they have to say?
That I need to start making decisions.
May I speak my mind for a moment?
Sure.
Mr. Daza, my immediate impression of you is that you are not the most... how do I say this without causing offense? You don't seem to be... How do I say this? Let's say you are in a play. If somebody were to have to cast a villain, their first impression would be looking at you, Mr. Daza. And I don't mean that in any offense. You just seem to give a certain impression. And I'm quite sure that without the bandage and probably without any injuries you probably got, I don't know. You seem like a person who's had to make a lot of decisions. Make a lot of decisions. And, well, I'm glad a decision you made was to stop and talk to me instead of looking at my bag and immediately wondering what's inside. I'll tell you what, it's mostly just cleavers and meat.
First off, I don't offend easy. I'm from Australia, so you don't need to quite worry about that, partner.
Oh, well, that's good. Half the time down in Florida? Yeah, Florida. People got offended real easy.
I will tell
Especially
you,
when I looked at them weird.
John, you have good intuition.
Oh, well, I mean, intuition and storytelling are one and the same.
If your intuition is telling you you're not walking next to a good man, then you'd be right.
My intuition isn't telling me that.
What's
Mr.
it telling
Daza,
you?
my intuition is telling me... Oh, sorry. We're asking a question, I was about to say the same answer to that very question. That's funny how conversation works, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying? Ah, my intuition is telling me I'm walking next to a man. Good and bad are such awful labels to put on people. A good person can do just as bad a thing as a bad person can, and a bad person can do a good thing any good person can. What really decides if a person is a person isn't just based solely on what others put them, put on them. It's about what they are. It's about if they're a person. A person makes decisions, a person cries, a person fights, a person mourns and grieves and laughs and does all sorts of things. A good person that only does good things, well, they're just doing something. A bad person that does only bad things is really only following the byline of what others, label them as. So the fact you're thinking you have to make more decisions, Mr. Daza, doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're a person.
You really think so?
Eh, I could be wrong about a lot of things. I've been wrong a lot in my life. So far, maybe. Last 5 years? 5 years is a long time. Maybe not, though. But I do think, Mr. Daza, good or bad, you've taken the time out to talk to me. That by itself is a decision. It's not a good or bad one.
Would you like to know why
It's
I took
one
the time to
person
talk
made.
to you?
I'll take a guess and see if I'm right. Hmm. Well, my immediate thought is because you needed somebody to talk to.
As soon as I talk to someone, within the first sentence they utter to me, in that 3 to 4 seconds I make a call. I make a call if I think that person is worth talking to for any longer. I decided you weren't boring.
I've been told I can drag on people quite a bit.
So, this talk of paths that you're telling me about, how you're not sure what your story is yet, what your path is yet. Do you think you've taken the right path today? Do you think you've taken the right path coming out west? Do you ever wonder if you haven't taken the right path?
That's a good question. How is anybody sure ever that they're on the right path? Doubts? Thoughts? People yelling, people talking, people doing things, me doing things, I am who I am. God Almighty look down upon me, smite me from the heavens, or devil drag me down from below. It's all a matter of perspective. My perspective is, if I keep on talking, eventually I'll run out of words to say, but that hasn't happened so far. And if the path I'm on keeps me talking, then it's the right path for me. So somebody either shuts me up, or I finally run out of something.
If you're looking for stories, I think you'll find plenty at Fort Mercer. Lots of people there that have good stories to tell.
I might stop by. My plan is to go everywhere here in the crossing. Everywhere. I want to meet everybody, talk to everybody, get to know everybody, as many people as I can. I finally found the time to start walking again. That fella's staring at us from behind, by the way.
I know that fella. Just when I was starting to doubt that... never mind. Hello?
Oh, who it is?
Hey, Rod.
Strange face.
Should I step away and leave y'all in private, or...
No, you're fine.
Because this seems really interesting.
Who the hell are you?
This is John.
Howdy. Nice to meet you.
Alright, good to meet you, John. My name's Todd.
I'm having trouble hearing you, so I'm gonna step a little bit closer.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you, Todd. I'm John.
Alright. What are you guys up to?
Just talking. You got my
Stories.
telegram?
Said you were bit Benedict for a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I was there and I ran into this fella. I'm just walking and talking for a bit. I'll
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick word with John here, then I'll ride out with you.
Alright, I'm going Tumbleweed. I'll be there.
Slow up.
Alright, I'll just be a minute. You just wait here.
Oh, alright. I'll wait in.
So that's over.
You know, John, the fact that someone else rode up on us confirmed a thought in my head. You see, throughout that whole conversation, I was actually thinking you were sent by someone.
Sent by somebody like from above, or sent by somebody here in the West?
I thought my friend Zip sent you.
Never heard of him.
Don't worry about it, partner. You probably never will. But it was good to talk to you.
That sounded ominous, so I won't pry. But it was also a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah. I gave you my name, didn't I?
Daza.
That's right. You ever want to continue discussions? You ever want to chat again? Feel free to stop by Fort Mercer. You need food, anything like that, feel free to go up there.
I'll take you up on that sometime, Mr. Daza. And, I do hope you are careful. But at the same time, I really do look forward to hearing what decisions you make.
I'm sure I'll have more to tell you next time I see you, John.
John Doe, by the way. And, I don't know how to write. So, I've been told telegrams are how most people communicate. Kinda not very possible with me, so if you ever need to get in touch, just ask around for the crazy person with bright orange hair, just asking everybody about their stories.
Do you know your telegram?
Nope.
I'm sure we'll cross paths again, John.
Oh, we will.
Goodbye.
See you, Mr. Daza. Be safe.
Good day.
Good.
I'm good. How are you?
And I've been better in my life.
Good to hear.
Guy's a little strange.
Can I ask you, did you
Standing there grinning.
see a man beside me with red hair and a big backpack?
And he looked real goofy. He was just smiling at us.
So you saw him too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why, what are you saying?
No, I just wanted to know if you were seeing the same things I was. That's all.
I think he had orange hair, I ain't too sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, what have you been up to with news?
Where do I start, Todd?
Start wherever you want to.
I could start with my meeting with Serafina maybe about half an hour ago.
Oh, that's like, isn't Effie her aunt or something?
Yeah. You ever met Serafina?
I met her once or twice, yeah.
There's something brewing out here, Todd. The winds are changing, the tide's turning. Something big is coming.
Is that right? What's up? What's coming?
There was a gun that Indy asked me to get back. You remember how Indy and California left the crossing?
Yeah.
Indy came back and asked me for their help to get this gun. A gun called Lamb's Claw, and as a favour to an old brother, I said okay. The gun was in St. John's possession. Ended up getting it back, but St. John's put down the badge, Zoe's put down the badge, Frank Sachs has put down the badge, Cliff Otis has put down the badge. And
Oh, yeah.
I've had other endeavours as well. Bounty hunters, or should I say former bounty hunters, after me. They say I might never see properly again, but it's a whole nother story. It's been hard, Todd.
Yeah,
I
it sounds like you're going through a lot.
I think St. John might have lost it.
I don't think I really know St. John too well. I do know Zoe a little bit from a long time ago.
Yeah, she's St. John's wife. So to get this gun back, I took them both to Quill Hill. I put them in the cage. And I said, St. John, pull out your gun and shoot your wife. If you don't, the 5 people behind you will. So pick, do you want it to be 6 bullets from you or 30 bullets from the people behind you? And then he broke down, started crying. And then he ended up saying, just have the gun back. Part of me wanted to just make him do it anyway, but I showed restraint and I got the gun back. He's put down the badge.
Okay.
And now I hear
Put down the badge. Right.
St. John.
What's he doing? He's coming after you.
From what I've been told, the words war and west are being used in the same sentence when he talks to people. And it's not just because of me, it's because California's back with Indy. The one man he hates above all else. So you tell me, Todd, St. John drops his badge, Zoe drops her badge, Cliff Otis drops his badge, Frank Sachs drops their badge, and I get a telegram from a lady named Jinx saying I'm on my final warning and she's not going to let me torment people and break people the way I broke her. So I know for a fact they've been talking too. What does that sound like to you? Does that sound like people gearing up for something?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they're just trying to scare you. Do they scare you? Doesn't these ex-deputies?
No. Honestly, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because they didn't fucking scare you when they had badges. You think they're going to change as people? You think they're going to go in and start breaking the law?
That's not what worries me. You see, California, I knew his father. You might know that, you might not. And I felt like I owed the kid favors. I watched that boy grow from a kid to a fucking man. And St. John held that gun over them because he hoped one day they would break the law to try and get it back from him so he could kill them. That's my suspicion. And now that California is back and St. John has no badge, well, it's a recipe.
You're going to kill California?
Yes. That's what I think.
I think California's a pretty smart man. Have you spoken to him?
I spoke to California actually 2 days ago. He's back around. And I asked him why. Why are you back when you said you were going to leave? And the answer I pretty much got was, without him directly saying it, his answer was, he enjoys seeing St. John suffer. He enjoys watching that man suffer, and he enjoys pushing him.
Well, and maybe there is some kind of war or something that's already in the air. There's fighting with the DiCenzos has sparked up again.
Yeah. You can tell me if I'm wrong, if I am wrong, if I end up being wrong, but I'm telling you, Todd, there is something coming. I don't know if it's next week, I don't know if it's next month, I don't know if it's next year, but something's coming. Something big.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
What I've always done about anything. St. John's coming out here, saying he owns Tumbleweed now, the one last town that's unclaimed by civility, that's untouched. Saying to Growler to send a message to me that I'm going to be buried next to my friends on Quill Hill. He's going to bury me along with the rest of the Quills. Kill me. Getting telegrams from other people that hate me saying they're going to kill me, that I'm on my last warning. All my foes joining forces. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing, Todd.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing you got a lot of friends. Before your enemies are banding together to kill you.
He was pushed too far, Todd.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you got Ali and Indigo back around.
Yeah. I got people.
That's good.
What about you? What have you been up
Oh.
to?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand if I'm around and you need me.
Just assume you're always needed out here, Todd.
Let's run around with Lou and Gideon the other day. A few times I've ridden with Lou now to... Yeah, I guess I never really got over what the DiCenzos did all those years ago. So any excuse to ride out against them, I'll be there.
Yeah, I told Lou the same. I went with Lou and shot up the manor because they came out here and shot up a place in the west, so I thought, fuck it. So if the Chenzos come out here and they pick me up and they ask me what I did, I'm just going to tell them what I did. I'm not going to hide it. Lou's a good kid.
Fuck 'em.
He's putting in some good work.
Yeah.
I'm on his next of kin. I came to find out. I got a telegram about him getting fucked up by the DiCenzos, and I wouldn't have got the telegram if he didn't put me on his next of kin, but apparently I am. It was an odd feeling. I felt a little undeserving of it, but prideful at the fact that he trusted me. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I had a dream recently.
Yeah. What was it about?
It was about Zip. Zip was in it. That crazy? Zip and Isaac were there.
Sometimes I hear his voice just yelling at people.
You too, huh?
That's what he did best, just fucking yell at everyone. I could hear him, Millie, write that down.
Yeah.
I was going to move some of my shit out of Tumbleweed, move it a bit further east, probably to Thieves Landing. Maybe it's a good idea if this guy St. John's claiming the town as his own. Unless you're going to make a stand and just fucking blow their heads off.
If he claims Tumbleweed, and if he says that the West no longer belongs to the Westerners and claims Tumbleweed like I've heard he is, my plan is to siege Tumbleweed. A big siege.
Well, it ain't too hard.
Get a couple of wagons, armoured wagons, siege the block it all off, make a blockade and fucking siege the place.
Put some oil tankers in the middle as well.
Precisely.
Block them in with the rest of them there. Could work.
You're moving to Thieves Landing?
I think that was my plan.
Ugh, why would you go there? There ain't no one there. It's empty. Better off out here, Todd.
Well, the way I see it is, it's too fucking far from anything out here. Lived out here for a long time. I don't really stay in the apartment. I just...
Guys, how awesome has this last 2 hours been, to be honest, man? Like that whole scene with Serafina, man, was amazing. That hour-long talk with Serafina, then meeting that random guy who Dazza didn't even think was real. That whole time, Dazza did not think that guy was real. He thought that was like a spirit guide sent by Zip towards the end, until Todd rode up and then confirmed that that was in fact a real man. Dazza thought Zip sent him. That was crazy, man. Me too, Penguin. Me too. There is some big stuff coming with some really good role players involved, and I love the slow burn, but I think there is something big coming, man. The fact that St. John turned in his badge, Zoe, Cliff, Sax, and now Jinx might be teaming up with St. John, and then we found out today that St. John is talking about war on the West. How freaking awesome would that conflict be, man? That excites me. I don't want to get ahead of myself though, but that seems to be where it could be headed. But who knows, man? It seems like anything could happen at this point. And then Serafina, man. Dazza said to her, "You might not get your wish. You want to see me grow old and grow old. Like, you want to see me decline mentally and grow old?" you might not get your wish because Jinx or St. John might not make you have your wish. And then her face changed, like almost like she wouldn't let it happen. Like this is I think yeah, some like it's like Growler told us, man, or St. John alluded, something big is coming. I think I might have to go soon though. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Who's I don't think there's any no, there is someone streaming. Mini Ricchetti, were our characters enemies? Ah, yeah, Daz has heard about Anne Boleyn. We have heard Anne Boleyn get brought up quite a few times. Dude, from what we got from that conversation, I think Serafina wants to see Dazza suffer so much to the point where I don't think she'd let anyone else kill him. That is the big takeaway from that. If Saint John or like Jinx tries to kill him, I don't think Serafina would allow that because she wants to see him grow old and like suffer. And that's Serafina's kind of selfishness coming through. How fucked up is that? That's wild. That's the impression I got. Penguin, who do you play? Good day, mate.
Well, you ready for whatever's coming?
Yeah, I reckon I am. That dream I was telling you about, Zip and Isaac were there. You know what Zip was telling me?
Yeah, what was he saying?
He said I needed to start making a decision whether I was going to keep sitting on the fence and letting the West rot, or if I was going to stand up and start doing more. And then he said it's time to wake the fuck up, and then he pistol whipped me.
Sounds like him. So what are you going to do? Are you standing up? You're going to leave it to rot?
I'll never let the West rot, and I'll never let deputies, ex-deputies, claim a town and then say that the Westerners no longer belong in the West. I'll never allow that. So if and when that day comes, there's a fight there. If and when St. John decides to wage war on the West, can I count on you?
Yeah, I'll fight. I'm good at fighting. All I've ever done for the last fucking 3 years.
It's not going to be easy, Todd. It'll be a communal it'll be a culmination of everyone that hates us. That's what I predict. The same thing Growler predicts. Something big is coming. Maybe not next week, maybe not next month. But it is coming. And I don't want to fight with just anyone. I want to fight with Westerners, proper Westerners. Can't think of a more proper Westerner than you, Todd.
Well, I don't really do anything, does I? I just pick up a gun whenever I'm needed to, that's it.
Well, I'll be needing you soon. So you'll be getting telegrams from me. Just keep an eye on them.
Yeah, right. No, I met a guy just the other day. I got him to contact you as like a wedding gun from Mills and Ellis. Did he telegram you?
No, I got no telegram from no one.
Some guy called Michael Lynch. He has a rifle that belongs to Ellis, I suppose.
Hey, tell him to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I told him. I thought he was gonna. Maybe it was just the other day, so he might still.
Yes, he did. This is Todd, his first character. Todd is a very old character, guys, before Sheriff Manius, even.
Yeah, right. Well, so you reckon I shouldn't move out of here?
Nah,
You just told me that these deputies, ex-deputies coming here.
Yeah, precisely why we need to be showing more of a presence out here.
I'm gonna fucking walk out of my apartment and these motherfuckers have been standing in the streets.
Yeah. So you stand in the streets right along with them. Show them that you are here, you are present.
Who are they? Okay, so St. John and Zoe. Is that it? Who else?
St. John, Zoe, Cliff Otis, Frank Sachs, Jinx, whoever else, Shu, Goldie.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna let this place fall. I'll fucking siege it if I have to. Last place left untouched. They have not reached it yet.
This place is... I think this place means a lot to a few people. Maybe not many of us left, but I don't know if you've seen the note that's up there on that old sheriff office. belonging to a couple of friends of mine. Old friends.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's still there. You been up there?
No.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, this is Todd from Kerrigan's Ranch, man. This is a really old character.
Yeah, it's still there.
Where do you see yourself in a year from now?
Look, if you asked me that a couple of years ago, I'd have a very different answer. Now I have no idea. Just wherever the wind takes me, I suppose.
I used to have those thoughts, you know, why am I still here? What am I doing? What's my purpose? Why keep going on if there's no one else to go on with? But I came to realize there still are people here that are worth a damn to me and they are worth fighting for. And just showing presence to simply prove that not all Westerners are dead gives me purpose. Making sure that St. John don't kill California and Indy gives me purpose.
Yeah. There's a few people out here still. I heard some of the guys are taking up Rathske a lot.
Benny, yeah, and the...
Sounds... Yeah, Benny and those guys. Good people. Then you got the guys at Fort Mercer. It was a Growler.
Yep.
And yourself.
Rode with him today, actually.
I met this guy yesterday. He rode his horse straight into my horse. It was a head-on collision, and both horses got knocked the fuck out.
Shit. Yeah, he's up at the fort most days and hours much earlier than this.
Yeah. Alright.
Do you think...
Well, you got some presents out here at least. Yeah?
No, nothing, don't worry.
No, go on. Do I think what?
Dahlia's ready to leave. If I tomorrow went to her and said I want to leave the crossing for good, she'd be happy. She's waiting for the day. She's got one foot out the door already. Trying to convince me the same. We fight about it. And I think to myself, what if I just gave in and left? But then I think about, I don't want to be one of those people that says I'm leaving for good and then comes back because Wagyu did it and he died. Cheddar did it and he's in prison, could be hung. Nothing good ever happens to people that come back to this fucking place after saying they're leaving for good, and I don't want to be one of those people.
Well, Alice is back. Nothing's bad happening.
For now.
Yeah, they want me to. A few people have been telling me to go with Cheddar.
What do you want to do?
I don't think I want to go to Canada. Ideally, Cheddar would stay, but that's probably not going to happen.
People change their minds. Who knows? Do you know if he's even going to be released from prison? Because I've heard he hasn't even heard back if he's going to be hung yet or not. They could still hang him.
Yeah, we don't know.
And if they do decide to hang him and try and make a show of it out here, I intend to stop it.
Yeah.
But I can't do what others want me to do. I can only do what I want to do. Because then I wouldn't be true to myself. If I were to leave tomorrow, I'd only be doing that to satisfy Dahlia, not myself. And that's not right. I don't want to commit to saying I'm going until I'm actually going. That's if I even survive the next few months. The people that hate me could probably have a Carcano rifle pointed at my head from a hill right now as we speak and fucking pull the trigger. That's how convinced I am of people wanting me dead, wanting me gone.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted me dead and gone for a long time, but hey, I'm still here.
That's the thing, Todd. We don't represent what the collective wants anymore. We're out of touch. We're not what they want here anymore. We're old. Old news.
Well. That doesn't matter to me. I never really gave a fuck about what other people thought.
I think that's why you and
Or
I
the
got
people
on.
that I was with. Yeah.
Guess the point I'm trying to make is you shouldn't leave because you feel like you need to leave with Cheddar. You need to leave when you feel like you're ready to leave. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, for a while there, I did leave. I left for 8 months when my wife died. I don't know, I think this is before I ever met you.
Hmm.
I went and lived in the mountains for 8 months. I was boring as fuck by myself. So came back. And even more people were fucking dead. But anyway. Got a lot of people out here, Dazza, but I'm just a telegram away.
Yeah.
I'll stand with you in the streets of Tumbleweed. Maybe we'll stand right up and look down at all those newcomers trying to take away our home.
Yeah. A lot of shit's happening out here. A lot of shit. Apparently, Bully Street's back and they're trying to claim the fort. from Growler and them.
Bully Street ain't claiming anything. Don't worry about them.
They literally
We sorted
came,
those motherfuckers out of Thieves Landing.
yeah, you'd think so, but they're back now and they're trying to fuck with Fort Mercer. I would have thought that after the Dirty Boys and you all fucked them up that they tuck tail ran back east, which they did for a while, but they just can't seem to stay the fuck away. Apparently they've been kicked out of the city and now they want to be in the west. They're not even real fucking Westerners. What business do they have here? I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Well, the thing is, if they're moving out here, you think they want to fight with the people out here?
I think, yes, I do. I wholeheartedly do. I think they want to fight with
Okay.
everyone.
Oh, then you just got to put them down as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a fuck
I
right now.
figured
That I really don't care. If they cross my paths and we butt heads, sure, but I got other things I'm prioritizing. I am part of the fort anyway, but my fight is with the people who want me dead, and my fight is with the people that could possibly kill people I care about. That's my fight right now.
Fair enough. And who knows, maybe this Bully Street will come out here and they'll respect the Westerners that have been here the whole time.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And they won't do anything to upset anybody. And then they'll just go and do their shit out east and come back.
But that's
Who
the thing,
knows? I mean,
Todd. I don't know.
Maybe give them a chance. Maybe they'll just bolster the West, you know? I'm sure that it is a hard decision to come out here after making enemies of a lot of people. Maybe they don't want to do that no more.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I guess we'll see. And if they do, you just put them down like we'll put them down in Thieves.
Regardless, a fight is coming. One day. And it won't be me that starts it, but it will be me who finishes it.
Ah, good.
I think it's time. A telegram away, you say?
Yeah.
You'll hear from me.
Alright, good.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I won't. I'm still going to be probably riding around with Vincenzo's a bit, so I'll be around.
Well, I told Lou if he needs my help riding out, he's got it. So,
Alright, good. Perfect.
see you when I see you.
Hi, Gaza. See you around.
Bye. Okay. Thank you, guys. Gotta be someone